They call it retirement, but for so many, it feels like an ending. After years of structure, routine, responsibility, and identity tied to a job or career, suddenly it's quiet. No more deadlines, no meetings, no commuting, no boss. And for a brief moment, it might feel like freedom. But for many, that feeling doesn't last. The silence becomes heavy. The days blend together, and an unsettling question starts to whisper in the back of your mind. What now? Let me tell you something loud and clear. Retirement is not the end, it is the beginning. You are not expired, you are just getting started, and your life still has so much to offer, so much to experience, and so much to give. This isn't a chapter to fade away quietly. It's your time to thrive. You spent years, maybe decades, taking care of everyone else, building, working, solving problems, supporting families, sacrificing your own time, your own dreams for others. Now, finally, this is the moment to turn inward, to rediscover yourself, to find joy not in productivity or paychecks, but in meaning, in connection, in simply being alive. But here's the hard truth: most people are never taught how to live after retirement. We are trained to work, trained to earn, and trained to save. But no one really trains us how to just be, how to live with purpose when our titles are gone, when the kids are grown, when the schedule is empty. That's where many people start to feel lost. They start believing in the lie that their best years are behind them, that their value was tied to what they could do. But that's the illusion. The truth: you were never just your job. Your worth has never been able to be about output or titles. You were always more than that. And now, without the constant distractions, you finally have the space to reconnect with who you really are. And what if I told you this could be the most powerful, most vibrant, most fulfilling time of yourself? Imagine waking up not because an alarm demands it, but because your soul is excited to start the day. Imagine choosing what your day looks like, not based on obligations, but based on passion. Imagine learning something new at 65, 70, or maybe 80, not because you have to, but because you want to. Imagine the joy of giving your time, your heart, your presence, just because you can. This is the freedom that retirement gives you, not just to relax, but to live intentionally, fully, and authentically. But thriving after retirement requires a mindset shift. It's not just about filling time, it's about filling your spirit. So many people think retirement is just a reward for hard work, a long vacation. But vacation gets boring when it has no purpose. Thriving means finding a rhythm that feeds your soul. It means asking yourself deep, meaningful questions. What excites me now? What have I always wanted to try? What kind of legacy do I want to leave? Who do I want to become in this next life? And yes, there might be fear: fear of irrelevance, fear of being forgotten, fear of health declining. But fear doesn't have to rule you. In fact, the best way to silence fear is with movement, with intention, with action. You don't have to move fast, You just have to move forward. Start with small steps. Explore your interests. Reconnect with nature. Write down your thoughts. Talk to people who make you feel alive. Join a community group. Volunteer, travel, read, mentor someone, or even learn an instrument. Pick up a brush and paint. Grow your own food. Dance in your living room. Call someone and say, let's go for a coffee. And here's the most beautiful thing. When you thrive, you inspire others to do the same. When younger generations see someone in their 60s, 70s, 80s living boldly, joyfully, and meaningfully, it sends a powerful message that life doesn't end after retirement. It expands. You become a living example that age isn't a barrier. It's a badge of honor, a sign that you have lived, learned, endured, and you still have something to give. Your life experience is priceless. Your perspective is rare. And your resilience is admirable. And there's someone out there who needs to hear your story. Someone who needs your wisdom, your support, your resistance. Retirement is also a time to heal, to reflect, to let go of regrets, bitterness, or guilt, to forgive others and yourself, to soften up, to find peace with the past and embrace the present. You no longer need to rush. Now is the time to slow down. Not because you are weak, but because you finally have the luxury to do so. And in that stillness, you'll start to hear your soul again. You'll start to feel what truly matters: connection, joy, laughter, love, creativity, and contribution. That's what thriving looks like, and none of that expires. You might be facing challenges, loneliness, health concerns, grief, change. But remember, those things don't define you, they shape you. But you are still the author of your story. You can still turn the page. You can still write a new chapter, no matter how many pages came before it. There are people who will tell you to slow down or take it easy. And yes, rest is important. But don't confuse rest with retreat. You are not here to fade. You are here to shine in a new way. Retirement can be a birth, a rediscovery, a renaissance. What would your life look like if you truly embraced that idea? If you treated every day as a gift, but not an obligation? If you looked in the mirror and saw not a person who's finished, but a person who's free? You are not done, and you are not irrelevant. You are not in the way. You are a source of light, a story, a soul with more to give. So stop waiting for something to happen. You have already earned this moment. Now it's time to live it. Don't let your days blur together. Don't let your dreams gather dust. Don't let your spirit go dim just because society doesn't allow see your value. Because your value isn't in what you do, it's in who you are. Start small. Choose one thing this week that excites you. Just one. A book, a walk, a phone call, a hobby, a visit. And give yourself permission to enjoy it without guilt, without rushing. Then do it again. Slowly, you will begin to feel it, that spark, that energy, that purpose. And it will grow because life always responds to intention. You might be retired from your job, but your life's work is far from over. The world still needs your light, your wisdom, your presence. So live fully, speak kindly, and laugh loudly, and love without holding back. You have earned this freedom. Now use it well because you are retired, not expired, and your best chapter might be the one you are about to write.